All right, so I didn't look at this very well before I started it, but really you don't need any graphing paper, I don't think. It looks like we're doing solving by substitution. So what that means is we're going to take one of these equations and we're going to solve it for A or for B. So let's go ahead and we can just, it doesn't matter, we can take the second one. I'm going to go ahead and take the B and move it over, right, by subtracting. So I'll have A is equal to negative B plus 11. Okay, so now let's take A. What I'm going to do is take how I solved A, and I'm going to substitute that in to my other problem for A. So watch carefully. I'm going to take negative B plus 11. I'm going to write it over here. Negative B plus 11. And I'm going to enter it right here where I would have had the A. All right. Now that's my A. I'm going to write the rest of this problem in as it's written. So I'll have minus B equals 5. So again, I solved this second equation for letter A. And then I took that, A is equal to, and I took that and plugged it right into A, and now I'm going to solve for B. So let's finish through here. I have a negative B and a negative B. So I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. One negative B combined to give me two negative B's. So I'm going to write negative 2B, sorry, plus 11 is equal to 5. All right, so just like you've been doing, we want B by itself. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out this 11 by subtracting on both sides. These make cancel out to give me a 0. And that leaves me with negative 2B is equal to negative 6. So go ahead and just do your subtraction here. 5 take away negative 11 is a negative 6. And in order to cancel out the negative 2 here, I'm going to divide by negative 2, which cancels on the left, leaving me with B equals positive 3. Negative divided by negative is a positive. All right, so B is equal to 3. So now what I'm going to do is come back to this second problem, and right here where it says B, I'm going to substitute my 3 in and solve for A. So that gives me A plus 3 instead of the B, and then equals 11. Now, again, to solve for A, I'm going to cancel the 3 on this side by subtracting both sides. These cancel out, and A is equal to negative 14. Nope, because this is not a negative, dorko. All right, so scratch that. That will actually be 11 minus 3, which will give you 8. So your answer here is going to be 8, 3. All right, that is number 9. Let's take a look at number 12. We're going to do that very similar way. Problem number 12. Hang on one second, I just have to maneuver it around so I can write the problems. All right, 3C plus D is equal to 9, and C minus D is equal to negative 13. So again, instead of graphing, we're going to do substitution. So I'm going to pick one of these two to solve for a letter, get a letter by itself, and then substitute. I'm going to go ahead and do this one just because it looks simpler. It doesn't really matter, but We can even come over here. We could subtract this 3c from both sides. Okay, and that'll give us d is equal to negative 3c plus 9. So here's my d, and I'm going to take it and substitute it into this problem for d. So I'm going to write in c minus, so I'm going to write everything before the d, so notice that even means the negative. Then I will plug in my c, negative 3c plus 9, and then continue from there, everything after the d. So really the d, everything but the d will go into your problem. And be careful with that because it will make a difference. All right, is equal to negative 13. So I'm going to go ahead and solve here. So I've got c minus negative 3c. Two negatives give me a positive. So looking at this, what I want to do is I have a c and a 3c. So I'm going to combine those to have 4c plus 9 is equal to negative 13. From there, I am going to subtract that 9 on both sides, canceling on the left. 4c is equal to negative 22. 11, 12, yeah, 22. Okay, something's wrong. Hang on one second. Okay, so I must be getting tired because I can't figure out what I did wrong. But what I'm going to do is go back and I'm going to go with my gut on number 12. And this may not make no sense to you because I probably cut out that other problem. But number 12 is 3c plus d is equal to 9. And c minus d is equal to negative 13. So again, we're doing substitution. So what I would do here is I would probably solve this one for c, okay? I'd add that d to the other side, and c would equal d minus 13. Okay, now I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug it in right here where this c is. That will give me 3 times d minus 13, right? So I'm writing everything before the c and everything after the c. And I'll continue and say plus d is equal to 9. So we're just going to solve this for d. First step here is I'm going to distribute 3d. 3 times negative 13 is negative 39. Plus d is equal to 9. Now I will combine like terms. So I have a 3d and a d, which gives me a positive 4d minus 39 is equal to 9. I'm going to add 39 on both sides. Canceling here on the left gives me 4d equals 45. And when I divide by 4, I'm sorry, it's 48. Told you I'm getting tired. That will leave me with 12. Okay, so d is equal to 12. Now I'm going to take d equal to 12 and I'm going to take it right over here and plug it in. C minus 12. Actually, that'll be c minus negative 12, if I'm doing that correctly. I'm going to plug in negative 12. So everything in front of the d, everything after the d. Here's my original problem, is equal to negative 13. All right, these become plus signs, so I've got negative and a negative make a positive. C plus 12 is equal to negative 13. Oh my Lanta. Hang on. This is a positive 12. Positive 12, positive 12. So C minus, let's look at that again. C minus D, C minus 12, positive 12, right? Is equal to negative 13. So I will add, that will give me C minus 12. I'm just going to write it here again because I'm confused. Alright, so in order to move the negative 12 over, I'm going to add 12 to both sides. Canceling here on the left, C will be equal to negative 1. So we'll have negative 1, 12. Just going to double check myself here on the page. Yep, negative 112 is correct. All right, let's take a look at number 15. Now, one of the things that most people do hate about algebra is that the letters change, but don't let it bother you, okay? Try not to let it bother you. Just you could always call them X and Y if you wanted to, if it's a problem, but just keep track of them. This one is V plus W is equal to 11. And then they gave you 2V minus W is equal to 16. Okay, so we're still substituting. I'm going to go ahead and start on this side because it's a little simpler. I'm going to go ahead and subtract the W on both sides, which will cancel here, leaving me with V is equal to negative W plus 11. Okay, so I've solved V here. What I'm going to do is substitute it right here into this problem. Now I want to remind you that everything in front of the V and then everything after the V will be included in your new problem. So you'll have 2, and 2 is multiplying by V, so I'm going to say times, and I'll plug in my new V, negative W plus 11. Right, so here's my V. Now don't get confused, we're going to write the rest. Minus W is equal to 16. So write that carefully. And I will go ahead and solve here. So this will need to be distributed. That'll be negative 2W. And then 2 times 11 will be plus 22. Minus W equals 16. All right, from here, we need to combine some like terms. Get all my W's together. I've got 2, 3 negative W's. I've got negative 3W plus 22 equals 16. I need to move my 22 over, so I'm going to subtract it on both sides. Canceling here, negative 3W is equal to a negative 6. And I get the W by itself by dividing negative 3 on both sides, which leaves me with W equals a positive 2, because a negative divided by negative is a positive. Alright, so here's my W. And I'm going to take that, and I'm going to go ahead, and if you look back here, I'm going to substitute it into the other problem right here at W. So that means everything in front of the W and everything after the W here, I'll just erase that, will be kept. So over here I've got V plus W, so I'm going to say V plus, now W is 2, and then I'll continue to write equals 11. So from here I'll just subtract 2 on both sides, which leaves me with V is equal to 9. W, X, Y, A, B, C, D, E, so V, W, so it should be 9, 2. I'm going to check my answer key. Number 15, and that is correct. Okay, moving on to number 18. Number 18, still solving by substitution. So x plus 2y is equal to 9. And we have x plus y is equal to 28. All right, so for these, I'm going to go ahead and just solve for x here. I'll subtract 2y on both sides, which will give me x is equal to negative 2y plus 9. Alright, so x is equal to negative 2y plus 9. So I'm going to substitute that into my second equation here, which means I'll write it and then everything to the right gets included. So I'll start with my x, negative 2y plus 9, and then I will plug in the rest of the equation, original equation, plus y is equal to 28. Okay. Once again, I've got some y's, so I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. I have a negative 2 and a positive 1, which is going to leave me with a negative y plus 9 is 28. I need y by itself, so I'm going to cancel the 9 by subtracting it on both sides. Negative y will be equal to positive 19. And I can't have a negative y, so I'm going to go ahead and divide that negative 1 out. Y will be equal to negative 19. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take that piece and I'm going to substitute it in over here, right in this area, which means everything in front of it will be included and everything after it will be included. So that will look like x plus 2 times y. So I've got 2 times negative 19. Substitute that in for my y is equal to 9. All right, so x, all right, 2 times negative 19, so 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 1 is 2. 3. Positive times a negative is a negative. Well, that'll be 38 is equal to 9. And in order to get x by itself, I'm going to cancel that 38 by adding on both sides. And that will give me x equal to 47. So xy will be 47, negative 19. And I'm just going to double check myself, and that is correct. There is your point 4, number 18, and that is your last problem for this section. Have a good one. Bye.